Welcome to my channel, Bring Peace into Your Life. Today I would like to talk about some other things that I've learned in life and that I feel that is important to pass on. So over time you will regret what you didn't do. So quite often in life I feel a bit wary about trying new things, or I can be wary about change. But I've realised that actually I need to get myself out there. I need to do what I'm wanting to do and try and achieve what I want to achieve. And at least if I get myself out there, even if I fall down, I fail, it doesn't work, I will learn and I will have the experience. And if I hadn't tried those things, I wouldn't have got anywhere and I would regret not trying them. My husband's very much like this. He always says to me, the only things you regret are what you didn't try or what you didn't do. And I think it's really true. And I've really learned from him because I am very kind of have been very kind of wary of new things and pushing myself out of my comfort zone. I find I'm a lot better in my comfort zone when actually there are things that I can achieve and that I can do. I mean, here I am doing YouTube videos. I remember I started about 3 years ago. I put up some videos. Um, Life got in the way. I didn't feel that I was getting anywhere, and I sort of gave up. And my husband was like, "Why don't you just try it again? Try it, see how you go on." And this is me. I'm here. I'm doing more YouTube videos. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm loving sharing my experiences in life. I'm loving sharing my skills as a counsellor with a new audience. And I really would have regretted if I hadn't restarted my YouTube journey and I hadn't started putting myself out there again. So I think it's really important to put yourself out there in life to try and make sure you don't have any regrets. And I think it's really important to do that. And when you're on that kind of journey, it's really important to ask for advice. Ask people that you know, even if they maybe haven't done what you're thinking of doing. It's about asking advice, asking other people's opinions. My husband sees things very differently to I do. He sees the world in a different way. And when we got together at first, I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know about this. But actually, I've learned so much from him over the years, and I've learned so much from the way he handles things and how different we are. And if I hadn't asked him for advice on things, I wouldn't have known these things. There's things that I possibly wouldn't have even done. There's things that I would have done differently. But getting people's advice is really important, and it's really helpful to guide you on your journey. And that can be a really helpful thing, is to reach out. Don't leave yourself without support. Reach out for support, ask people for help, ask people for advice, and that'll help you. It'll help you on your journey. If you were waiting for permission to do things in life, you would wait forever. Don't wait for permission. Look at what you want to do, what you want to achieve, and take small steps towards that goal. And if you start, the momentum will keep going and it will really help you. And if you can focus on what you can control, that's the best thing. So, what can you control in a situation? What can you do to help yourself? If you can't control the situation, what you can do is you can look at who can. Can I ask for help? Can I ask for advice? Can I ask for someone who knows how to do this? And do it. But don't just focus on what you can't control. Focus on what you can control, because I do that a lot with my clients. They're very much, especially people with anxiety, if people are feeling low, they're very much feeling like they can't control anything, and that life is just being controlled by other people, or life is just taking hold. And it can be very difficult when you feel that way because you feel very off balance. But if you can take a moment to look at what you can and can't control, you can take a little bit of that control back and feel more comfortable and feel more capable. And I work with clients like that on a daily basis about looking at what is in your control here. Can you take some control back? Can you actually make a difference here so that you do feel more stable and more balanced? And that can be really good because it can help people look at their situation and take a step back. When we are in the midst of something, it's very difficult to take a step back and see perspective. And that's very much a really good thing about counselling, is that I can give people perspective and help them see what's in front of them. When you are doing things, consistency beats intensity. So if you can be consistent, if you can keep showing up, putting yourself out there, whatever it is that you're doing and that you're wanting to do, being consistent is really important. So the more that you can work on yourself, work on developing what you're working on and what you're doing, the better it is. So intensity can be helpful. Being intense and working on things can be helpful, but it can lead to burnout. But slow, small steps consistently can really give a lot, and you can really achieve a lot by doing that. And before you know it, you're down the line and you've achieved a lot of what you're wanting to achieve, and you're a lot closer to your goals. But that is about being consistent and taking your time, and one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. It doesn't hurt to ask for help. It doesn't hurt to ask for information. It doesn't hurt to ask for guidance. But in the end, it's you. It's all on you. So it's on you to change. It's on you to do what you're wanting to do to achieve something. And it's on you to take care of yourself. So people can help. As I say, it doesn't hurt to ask. It doesn't hurt to ask for help, support, guidance, advice. But at the end of the day, you are the person that is in control of your life. It's about you, and only you can change things. So if you want to change, if you want things to be better, if you want things to be more consistent, if you want to be less anxious, if you want to be less stressed, at the end of the day, it's on you to change that and to do what you can to make things different for yourself. And whether that is seeking out counselling, whether that is joining a gym, whether that is going for a massage, doing some meditation, it's on you to do that. Nobody is going to do that for you. And it's about taking the time to decide, this is my time to take care of myself, and I'm going to take these steps to work towards my goals, to work towards my self-care, and to work towards being a happier person and working towards having a better mental health and mentality to handle life. One of the most important choices you can make in life is who you surround yourself with. So if you surround yourself with people who are struggling, who are pessimistic, who do not push themselves in life, who do not take care of themselves, it's very easy to slip into that mentality, where if you surround yourself with people who are happy, who love life, who are living intentionally, who want to be themselves and have inner peace and achieve things in life, you'll then live off that energy and you'll feed off that energy, and that will help you achieve what you want to. So if you can bring people into your circle that have the same mentality as you, have the same morals as you, have the same wants in life, it can really help you move your vibration higher and really help you to achieve the things that you want to achieve and be in that headspace. And it's really, really helpful if you can bring those people into your life and actually help spread that mentality. If you have a circle like that and you have people in your circle like that, you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to explain who you are. You can just be. You can be yourself fully, because you know that you're accepted, and you know that you're in an environment where you're valued, and that's really important. It's important to be able to be seen. It's important to be valued for who you are and what you bring to the table. And that's what I've realised in my life, all through my life, but more recently, the older I get, the more I realise that actually I want to be able to be with someone and not be able to, not have to explain myself, not have to explain my actions, my reasons, just be. with that person because they accept me, I accept them, and we're fully ourselves. We can be fully present, we can be fully who we are in each other's company, and that's really important for your mental health, for your psychology, for your happiness. It's really, really important. Being confident in who you are is really important. I've learned more confidence in who I am, but I have struggled in my life to be confident about who I am and be happy that who I am is acceptable and is worthy and is actually enough. And I think a lot of my clients that I work with question themselves. They don't feel that they're enough. And that links into working on your self-esteem, working on building your confidence and your self-esteem, and actually working on being your true self. It comes from issues in childhood quite often where people were not allowed to be heard, they were not allowed to be themselves, they were silenced. And that then leads to you internalizing a lot and feeling like if you do act the way you are and be yourself, you're not acceptable and that you are not valuable. And that then leads into adulthood. So you take that into adulthood from your childhood. And what happens is you then find it difficult to actually be fully yourself as an adult because you're worried that you will not be seen as acceptable and you will not be seen as enough. But what I would say to you is if you are struggling with that, you are enough, you always have been, you always will be. It's about what you take on when you're judged in that way. And I've learned to be a lot more confident about myself and a lot more confident about who I am and the fact that I'm actually a really nice person. I'm a loving person, I'm a caring person, I'm a nurturing person, and actually, the people who will accept me and the people that love me don't need an explanation of that because I am enough. And that is such an important lesson in life that it's taken me a long time to learn. And I'm still learning, I'm still working on my triggers and making sure that I'm being myself and that I'm being genuinely myself. But that is something that is really important to work on in life. And if you can work on being confident and happy in who you are, that will then just radiate from you and then it attracts other people that feel that way themselves. So if this video has helped you, I'm really happy about that. If you want to make some comments about how you feel in your life, what you've learned in life that you've felt is really helpful to pass on to other people, then please put it in the comments. And I hope you have a great day and thank you so much for watching my video and I'll see you in the next one.